Hello, my name is Dr. Gillian Vogelsang Eastwood. I'm the Director of the Textile Research Centre here in Leiden, the Netherlands. We're a unique institute that looks after the history and development of textiles and clothing from around the world. We actually have a collection of over 34,000 textiles and garments, accessories, which includes jewellery, it includes bags, it includes hats. Anything that the human being does to the body in order to say I am or I do. But we're very, very interested in textile technology. And textile technology is not just the big machines, it's the handwork as well. And the collection is not a museum collection, and that is something that's very important to say. We're a knowledge centre, not a museum. And so we encourage the idea that people come, look at the textiles, look at the garments, have a look on the inside, and also to feel. And everybody who's involved in textiles know just how important it is to feel that you're textile. And sometimes we even listen to the textiles. In 2017, we were given a large donation of about 8,000 20th century printed textiles. And in fact, he said it was about 8,000, but we suspect it's nearer 10,000. And we haven't yet finished cataloguing them all. But among these pieces, there were 34 feedsacks. And this was a term I had never ever heard of before, and I had no idea what a feedsack was. But it turned out to be a very important and very relevant story. And it's simply put, it's a length of cloth with a printed design on it. And the cloth is usually cotton. It started in the 1920s in America, became very popular during the Great Depression of the 1930s, continued during the war period of the 40s, and then slowly died out in the 60s, and that was thanks to paper bags and plastic. But with the re-emergence of sustainability, the idea of these printed cotton cloths that can be reused and reused. So we thought, okay, let's find out more about this and let's make an exhibition about this subject. So we approached the American Embassy in The Hague, and they said, to our surprise and great satisfaction, that they would support this project. So we were able to make an exhibition. We contacted a lot of people in America and elsewhere, because in Europe there is no feedsack collection, and yet it's such an interesting and important story. And the response of the Americans was amazing. We were given a wide variety of feedsacks, small samples, large samples, complete feedsacks. And one lady, Sherry Cook, actually has started to donate her whole collection of quilts to us, so that American quilts are also fully represented at the TRC here in Leiden. So the feedsacks are a subsection of this huge story. But what is a feedsack? Well, the story begins in the 1920s with Gingham Girl. And this is a Gingham Girl textile. And it was produced in 1925, and it is literally a piece of cotton cloth with a printed check design on, blue and white one. And they became very popular. And it exploded a few years later, literally. So a complete sack comes in a variety of sizes. Some of them are just about 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres for salt. But you can also have feed sacks for rice, animal feeds, wheat, just about anything, which are much bigger. This one actually was for oats, and when we had it, there were still oats still inside it. But it's been mended and repaired. 4 of this size is one dress for a woman. 2 of this size is for a small girl. You can have also sacks following the seasons. So for a pretty summer dress. Other sacks were for a more formal dress for going out in the evening with your boyfriend. It also followed fashionable colours of the period. So this chrome yellow, which was very, very popular in the 1930s and then went out of fashion, but it has now come back into fashion with fluorescent lime and chrome yellow. And this one is suitable for a sunny day on the beach. but they were also for boys' clothing. But you mustn't think that these feed sacks were only for clothing purposes. They were also used for household objects, such as curtains, pillowcases, and of course, quilts. And quilts was an important use of all of the small fragments. Huge quilts, single person's quilts, also bedspreads, which were lighter for in the summer. And I've also seen them made with a wide variety of patterns, and also other occasions, just one design, again and again and again. The TRC is at the moment considering how we can expand. And I don't mean just a small expansion, I mean a huge expansion. At the moment we have 275 square meters. We need at least 600, preferably more, but I'm greedy. We want to set up an artisan workshop where skill and creativity are taught. Textile skills and creativity, that is. We want to have facilities so that we can teach knitting, quilting, hand embroidery, lace making, you name it. If it's a textile, we'll study it. And there is such a demand for this throughout the whole world. And to have such an artisan centre that supports industry, that supports the crafts, that supports future generations is so important. And here at the TRC, we have the skill, we have the knowledge, we have the experience. What we're lacking at the moment is structural financial support. So if you're interested in helping us, please come get in contact. You'll be welcome.